Coming to the top of your mat. This is called Tadasana, or mountain pose. We're gonna spread our toes really nice and wide as we are here at the front of the mat. And we're gonna just ground down through the earth. So what that means is you're going to press all your energy down and you're gonna pull up here through your first and your second rib, and then up and breathing, relax the shoulders back, bring your arms to the sides, and we're just gonna take a few breaths here in and out through the nose. So deep inhale and a deep exhale. Good, breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Awesome, breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Welcome to your yoga practice. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that we're in this calm and peaceful space together. My name is Angelica. As we go through our practice today, if there is anything at all that you feel like doesn't serve you, doesn't feel good in your body, is maybe new to you and you want to ease back a little bit, please do that. I am not offended in any way if you do what works for your body. I'm always giving suggestions and I'm always just giving ideas. And that doesn't mean that you have to take them. Even though I'm an expert in this area, I have been teaching and practicing yoga for 37 years, I am not an expert in your body. So I want you to do what works best for you. If you ever have any questions, please hit me up with a DM. I'm totally here for you. I'm Yoga Celebrity on every social platform. Like a celebrity, only yoga. It's kind of silly, but I'm on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff, all the things. But enough about me, and let's have more about you. All right, first thing we're gonna do is all of our movements are going to be with the breath. And we're doing something called Ujjayi breath. So breathing in and out through the nose. It means victorious breath. When we breathe in and out through the nose, we actually help to lower the fight or flight response system so that we are now calming our nervous system. And that's where the real joy comes in yoga, is from the breath. So if you think of it as a breath exercise and know that it's not really a body exercise, it's a breath exercise. So if you're breathing, you're doing it right. You're doing it perfect. All right, everyone. Let's come back to our Tadasana. I'm going to offer a couple different variations here. Feel free to do the one that works best for you, and we'll go through this sequence a few times. We're going to do what's called a sun salutation. All right, so bringing your hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Nice. Close your eyes. Just take a moment here to be grateful. Take a moment of gratitude for your day, for everything that's happened, for all of your family, your friends, the people that surround you, for your body that supports you, for your heart that beats, for your lungs that help you to breathe. Let's find a space of gratitude. From here, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Now variation one is going to inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And you might just keep doing that. And that might be enough for you. And I want you to do it really slow like we just did. Otherwise, you'll join me in a more full sun salutation. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Step back. This is option one. We step straight into a downward facing dog. Spreading your fingertips wide. Option two, from here, you'll inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Then drop your knees to the ground. Look forward, point the toes back, and slowly lower all the way down. Inhale to an up dog, either low down or high up, and then exhale, curl under the toes, coming into a downward facing dog. Good, everybody breathing here in and out through the nose. Now if this ever gets to be too much for you, and you want to take a little break, just come down onto your knees. Point your toes back, and you're going to reach your arms forward, spreading your fingertips wide, and come down into what we call child's pose or Vinyasa. You can come to this posture anytime during our practice today. Anytime that feels appropriate for you is a good time for me. Breathing in and out through the nose. If it feels good, you can walk the knees back and forth really slow. Remember, everything is slow, intentional movements. Nice. You're doing a great job. Then walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. You did great. You just did your first sun salutation A, which is really good. I'm really impressed with you. Good job, good job. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, remembering whatever variations work for you. Exhale, fold forward. Wherever you're at is perfect, exactly the way you are. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back. High plank position, come onto your knees, look forward as you lower. Inhale to a cobra pose or an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing deep here in and out through the nose. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. You're doing so good. I'm so excited for you to be here. All right, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. High plank, look forward, drop the knees as you lower. Inhale to a cobra pose or an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Now we're really moving. Some of you, including myself, might be feeling a little bit of sweaty, and that's okay. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Good job. Remember to bring it back to the breath anytime you're struggling in your practice today or you want a little bit more support. In your downward dog, you can bring your feet wide. You can bring your feet together. You can bring your feet hips distance apart. Whatever works for you works for me. Look forward, step your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, you did so great. I'm so proud of you. That was really, really awesome. Would you like to do one more? Okay, yeah, let's do it. All right, one last one since we know this one. All right, everybody, inhale. Reach the arms to the sky. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, look forward. As you lower, drop the knees, coming down. Inhale to a cobra or to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. If you're moving a little bit slower than that, that is perfect. That's awesome. You're doing great. Remember, if you are having some in your brain, some things, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I'm doing this. Remember that this is your first time, or maybe you're new to it. You're not going to be perfect. That's okay. It's all right to be in the imperfect. It's all right to just be here. Being here is enough. You are enough. All right, looking forward. Let's walk our feet to our hands. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Good, exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, you're doing really awesome. All right, we're going to move into a forward fold. We call this Uttanasana. Uttan means forward bending. Bring your feet hips distance apart. So when I say that, I mean your bone hips, so your actual hips, not your, some women think, these are my hips. No, friends. Your hips are your bones. Your hips are your bones. Your bones are not that wide, okay? You're good. You're doing great. All right, now, if you need to bend your knees, that's totally okay. If you happen to have a block, these are called eggs. They're yoga eggs. They're the 3-minute egg. They're really cool. I saw them at a conference once and I bought them because they were amazing. And now I have a bunch of them. And now, I like these better than blocks, but if you have blocks or you have books, anything that you have a water bottle, that works too. So if touching the ground is a little bit much for you today, you can use your blocks and you can just do them however works for you. And we'll inhale, look up, lengthen, and exhale and fold. Good. Now, if you don't need those and you just want to fold forward, that's okay. Or if you don't have any of those, you just want to grab onto your legs as you fold, that's okay too. I'm going to stay here for 10 breaths. Try to keep the legs more straight if you can. Just if you're going to not touch the ground, just go ahead and bring your hands on your legs, but the more straight we can keep our legs, the more we'll stretch our hamstrings, versus a lot of people want to bend to the knees so that they can get to their hands to the ground. And it's actually better that we not touch the ground, but that we keep our legs straight for the hamstring stretch. But again, you know your body best. I want you to do what feels comfortable for you. Bring your hands onto your hips and very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll up to standing. You did really great. That was good. All right. That is Uttanasana, forward fold. Put our blocks out of the way. I'll go ahead and come to the side. Now, you're gonna have two different options here. We can just step back and come into that. That's where we're going. Or you can inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank position. As you look forward, drop your knees and lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, bring your right foot forward in between your hands. If you have to grab it to pull it up, that's okay too. Turn your back foot so that your front heel is in line with your back heel, and your back toe, big toe, is pointing to the front left corner of your mat. Then you're going to inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, and that's Warrior One. We call that Virabhadrasana 1 in yoga. Good. Let's settle in here and just let the breath slow down a little bit for a second. In and out through the nose. We want to have our right hip pulling back and our left hip pulling forward. And then we're going to scoop underneath. The bottoms of our feet are pressed into the ground, and we're bending into the front knee, but not past the front ankle. We want to keep the front knee just slightly behind or directly above the front ankle. Then our hips are forward, arms raised up. You can bend your arms if that feels good to you. You can keep your arms onto your hips if that feels good, or you can come and express another variation with your arms in line with your ears. Keep your fingertips spread wide as you breathe in and out through the nose. Nice, strong alignment. Draw the shoulders down. Pull the stomach in. You look beautiful. I can't see you, but I know that you look beautiful right now, because I've seen a lot of people just like you, and they're amazing and awesome, and you're doing great. Just being here is great. Most people are sitting on their couch right now watching shows, and you're doing something wonderful for your body, so you've got to be proud of yourself. You're amazing. And we're going to do one of two things here. If you want to take the first variation, hands onto the hips, step forward, back into Tadasana. If you want a little bit more of a challenge tonight, that is fine with me. Inhale, reach your arms up, exhale, both hands down. Step back, high plank position as you look forward and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. If you're in Tadasana, just take a few breaths here. If you're in our down dog, you can take a few breaths. If you want to, you can come into your child's pose and just take a few breaths here. Whatever you want is fine by me. All right, turning your right foot, bring your left foot forward. If you need to, you can grab onto it and pull it in between your hands. And then inhale, bring the arms up again. We're coming into Warrior One on our left side now. All right, you're doing great. Pant roll or not, you're doing great. All right, back foot. Front toe points to the right corner of the mat. Front knee is directly over or slightly behind the front ankle. Start with hands onto the hips as we bring the hips forward. Pull the right hip forward, left hip pulls back. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Good, breathing deep in and out through the nose. All right, you've got two options here. You can bring both hands down, step back to the high plank position, lower down all the way, looking forward as you inhale to your cobra or up dog, and then exhale to your down dog. Or just bring your hands to your heart center and step forward to the front. Good. All right, if you're in your down dog, I want you to step your right foot forward. Left foot turns, it turns parallel now to the back of the mat, and the rest of us are just gonna step that left foot back. Everybody roll their arms back. Woo. Coming into the Warrior Two pose. Good. Now from here, your front knee, again, wants to be right over that ankle or just slightly behind it. The back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Front heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. You're pressing through the outside of the back foot, but keeping the hips nice and open. So hips are not rotated forward here, they're onto the side of your mat. And your arms are out to the side. And you're breathing here in and out through the nose. Deep in, deep out. Good, you're doing great. If your arms start to get tired, you can turn your palms to the sky, or you can just bring your hands onto your hips. Whatever feels good to you, feels good to me. Now again, one of two options here. You can windmill both hands down, step back, lower down, or skip straight to the down dog, your choice. Upward dog, curl under the toes, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. And then everybody bring the left foot forward, or if you're in Tadasana, step back your right foot. You're gonna swing around. My mat shifted a little bit on the ground. All right. Arms are in line with each other. Your whole side is looking to the side of your mat. And the only thing is your head shifts and looks at your front middle finger. This is called Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing deep in and out through your nose. You are doing so good. I'm really proud of you. Try to just sit with the pose and just let your thoughts fade away. If you're feeling any heat, know that that's called tapas in yoga speak. That's where we warm up our body. So these things might feel foreign to you and they might feel a little bit difficult or painful. That's okay, stick with it. If it's a sharp pain, back away. But if it's just kind of like a dull ache that's unfamiliar, it's probably all right. But again, you know your body best. I don't know your body. Okay, windmill both hands down or step to the front to Tadasana. Step back, look forward, drop the knees. Inhale to Cobra pose or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Good. All right, if you're in down dog, I want you to just step forward, coming into an easy seated posture. If you are in Tadasana, your mountain pose, we're going to come down a little bit different. Inhale, exhale, fold, walk the feet wide, bend the knees. Good. Nice. One hand to the side. Come over, one butt cheek, other butt cheek, easy seated pose. All right, move my mat around a little bit so that we get a different view of each other here. Good, you're doing great. All right, now we're on to the floor. We're gonna do now a very typical posture, which is a forward bend. It's called Paschimottanasana, and your toes are pointing back towards you here. We want to try and keep the back of the legs on the ground. So if that means you can only come forward this much, that's totally okay. We're trying to stretch the hamstrings here. We want to feel a stretch along the back of the leg, and then you're also going to feel a stretch here along the back, your lower back. So it's like both places that it's getting you. It does not matter if you touch your toes. That's unimportant. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Again, come back to gratitude. Feel your heart beat on your fingertips. Remember why we're here today. Remember that you're here for you. Remember that your body is a vessel that gets you through life. It is a temple that needs care. It is your suit that you carry. We try to keep it clean. We try to fill it with energy. And this energy carries us through our day. But it's nothing more than that. We do not need to overly identify with it. We can allow it to just be exactly and beautiful the way that it is. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Let your hands come wherever they do. Wherever they fall on your leg is where they fall. Now, if that means you grab onto your toes, that's great, but it doesn't have to mean that. See, again, it's in the low back, it's in the back of the legs. If the sensation is just way too much for you in the back of your legs, that's okay. I'm going to grab these blocks again. You can bring them over here. If you need to bend the knees, or you can just support underneath of the legs. Really, it's okay. But this is a progress, not a perfect. It's a practice, not a perfect. So if you find yourself, maybe for some of you, this is the first yoga class you've ever taken. Please don't put any expectations on your practice. And if you've practiced before, and maybe today you're less flexible than normal, that's okay too. Wherever you're at is beautiful and divine exactly the way that it is. We're going to go ahead and very slowly roll our way up. You're going to keep your right leg straight. You're going to bend your left knee and bring it into your right inner thigh. Right? And then this actually can go anywhere along your leg that feels comfortable. Doesn't matter to me. Wherever feels good to you, you just kind of make this L shape. And if this is really not comfortable for you to bend that knee, you can just bring the leg out straight too. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're at today is beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hand fold forward over the right leg. You're going to have a slight twist here. And you're going to feel this probably in the left lower back and in your right hamstring. Let the toe point back towards you. And it helps you to engage the leg muscles. And it also helps to really bring that stretch into the hamstring, which is where we want to really feel it there. Breathing deep in and out through the nose. Good, then slowly roll your way up. Nice. You're doing so good. Bring your left leg up. This is okay, or you can bring the leg over the right leg. Whatever feels good to you, feels good to me. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Raise your left arm to the sky. Exhale, left arm comes directly behind you, and you're going to be on your fingertips of your left arm. I'm going to go ahead and turn around so you can see that. And so you're twisting onto the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist deeper as you look behind you, and then use your right arm to pull that left leg towards you. You're kind of crunching here into your internal organs. This is helping with digestion. Something that's really important here, though, is that you stay onto your fingertips in that left arm so that you're lifting your spine so that the spine is really nice and long. And if you need a block to keep you up even higher, that's okay too. Whatever works. If you need a book or whatever, you don't have to have a block. You can work with what you got. You're doing great. Good job. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and de-twist to the other side, release. All right, I'm gonna spin around again so you can see me from the other side. Good. Now we're gonna have our left leg is straight. We're gonna do the forward fold first. I know that some of you are out there twisting right now on the other side. Everybody does it. But we're gonna do the forward fold first. Don't forget the forward fold. This is my favorite pose in yoga. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Beautiful job. Breathing deep here, in and out through the nose. Just let your body fold into the pose. You're gonna feel this along your low back. You're gonna feel it underneath of your left leg. Breathing deep in and out through the nose. You're doing so good. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for coming and taking care of your body. This is so amazing. How blessed we are to have this offering. We're just so lucky. I'm so glad to be here with you today. Good job. Nice. You're going to go ahead and slowly roll your way up. Now we're going to do the twist on the left side. So bringing the right leg up. Remember, it's a closed twist, not an open. It's closed, so we're bringing our stomach to our leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist over the right leg. Again, that leg can be on the outside or it can be over, whatever feels good to you. Your right hand is going to be on your fingertips as you're twisting and looking behind you and pulling that right leg towards you with your left arm. Whew, it's a lot of words. Breathing deep in and out through the nose. Great job, everybody. Go ahead and de-twist to the other side and release. Excellent work. Excellent, excellent work. All right. Another favorite of mine. This is Baddha Konasana, or butterfly, or cobbler's pose. Lots of different names for this. You'll bring your feet together. If this is too intense for you, that's okay. You can bring your feet a little bit further out and have more of a star shape here. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're at is totally fine. I'm not the most flexible yogi. I'm not the least flexible. Just like you, there's always going to be somebody who's got more or less flexibility. And honestly, in a posture like this, a lot of it has to do with your bones. So as we're sitting here, we're going to try to bring our knees down towards the ground. If that feels a bit much for you, you can bring some blocks or books right there to support. And I want you to notice, where is the sensation? So if you're feeling this here behind your hips, what that probably means is that your bone in your leg is touching your pelvic bone. And that's as far as you are going to go, because that's the way your bones were made. That is just the way God Spirit Universe made you. It is all right. It's perfect. If you feel it in the inner thigh here, that means you can go deeper in that because it's tension. So compression is when we're hitting bone on bone. It's not necessarily bad because our joints need to be worked, but it does mean that probably you're not going to get deeper in this posture. If you're feeling it on the inner thighs, it's tension, and that is muscular, and so you probably can get a little bit deeper in there. And then if you want to, you can just fold forward even to bring it even more deep, if that feels good to you. Or you can just sit up. Whatever feels good to you feels good to me. Breathing deep in and out through the nose. You're doing great. I'm so glad you're here. Yay, this is the funnest. This is the funnest. Alright, we're going to go ahead and slowly roll our way up. Bring your hands onto each knee. Bring your knees together. Extend your legs out and maybe just move up and down. Get some movement in there. Circle the knees. Bring your feet back and forth. This is actually really helpful if you are in a situation where you are experiencing a lot of stress, like had an argument with somebody this morning about websites. It was silly. Anyhow, I felt my heart was racing afterwards. So I just did some shaking movement, and the shaking moves your hormones through your body because we start to increase that flight or fight response, and it releases adrenaline and cortisol in our body. And when we shake, we move that through our body, and you'll see animals in the wild that they will shake after they have a stressful encounter because it helps them to release all of those hormones that were helping them run away. But we don't need those all the time, especially just when we're having arguments with our people. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come over onto your right side and then sit up over here into a tabletop position. Nice. And then I want you to just walk your hands forward, walk your legs back, and then come down onto your stomach. All right, I'm gonna move back to the side so that you can see me again. You're just laying on your stomach. Let your head fall to the right side. Just lying there for a second, catching your breath. Good. You're doing a good job. I feel like a TikTok. You're doing a good job. All right, then let's go ahead and bring it back to center. We're going to do a little bit of cobra here. So we're just going to inhale up with our chest. So while we're looking forward, let's think about a few things that are going on here. First of all, the tops of our feet are pressed into the ground. Our legs are into the ground, and our glute, our bum, is relaxed. Our hips are pressed into the ground, and we're just lifting in our thoracic spine, so right there behind our breastbone. So you could lift your hands off the ground if you wanted to, but you can just leave them down there if you'd like. Now, it takes a lot of concentration to do this, and continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Right? But the hard part I find is relaxing the glute and keeping the bend in the thoracic spine versus in the cervical spine. The cervical spine is going to be your low back. Good, then go ahead and just release. Let your head fall to the left side as you relax down. Breathing here in and out through the nose. Good job. We're going to do that pose again, coming back to the side here, looking forward, inhale, lift up, getting the bend in the thoracic spine. Again, you can leave your hands on the ground or lift them up, whatever feels good to you. But try to keep those glutes relaxed. I have mine tense. Try to keep them relaxed in the tops of your feet down on the ground. This really forces us to come into the thoracic spine with the bend. Makes us be more aware of it. Good. Go ahead and let your head come down to the right and relax. Let your arms come back. I'm going to grab a couple props here to show you some options in the next posture. Okay, we're going to come into what's called Sphinx pose. So you'll come up here onto your forearms, and you'll just look forward. Now this is going to move that bend into your low back. You have a couple of options here. If it feels good, you can always bring some blocks here to help you come up a little bit more and just to kind of stabilize you. That actually feels really incredible. But you don't have to. If you don't have them, it's not a big deal. If you got a pillow, if it feels better to you, then you want to take a pillow, bring that there, and come up onto your pillow. Now this is great too if you're pregnant, because it gives you a little bit more space for your belly. It's a nice gentle back bend. So maybe this is where you're at. This also feels really good. But it doesn't matter if you don't have any of those things. Those things are not important. We can just do the Sphinx and we'll hold for a few breaths here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Close your eyes. Go ahead and just release down. Relax for a few moments here. From here, I want you to just roll over onto your back. I'm going to move my microphone to the side, take out my hair clip. If you have a hair clip, you might want to take it out because we're getting on our back, and sometimes that hurts your back. Good. All right. From here, hug your knees up into your chest and just roll around a little bit. Maybe more vigorously than I am, maybe not. Maybe you roll your knees. Honestly, whatever feels good to you feels good to me. It's your body. Only you can know what's right for it. Feel free to move in a way that makes you feel good. That's what it's about. It's about the movement. So the more we move, the younger we are in our joints. That is crucial for longevity. I'm just so very, very excited that you were here with me today. I think this has been an incredible practice. I feel so blessed to be here with you. Let your knees fall to your right as you bring your arms out to your side and turn and look to the left. Nice. Let your eyes close for a moment here as you breathe in and out through the nose and relax down into your mat. Every week that you come back, or every month that you come back, every time you come back to your practice, you'll grow stronger, and you'll know more, and you'll feel more confident, and you'll start to watch your body really blossom, and you'll start to notice the changes in your body. You'll start to notice how it's different. Go ahead and bring it back to center. Bring those knees back to center. Let the knees fall to the left now as you turn and look to your right. You're doing really great. All right, bring it back to center. Hug your knees to the chest again and just roll a little bit. Good, this is so nice. You're gonna bring your left leg down and your right leg onto your left quad. Now, this might feel like enough sensation for you right here behind your left leg, and if it is, I want you to stay here and feel really good with this. Maybe move that right leg out, whatever, just play with this a little bit. If you want to bring that deeper sensation into your left leg, the hip area, you're gonna bring your arms through your leg, one through the outside, and you'll just pull that leg towards you. Now, some people, they got really open hips and they wanna just come a little bit even deeper. We're gonna grab onto the outside and pull that deeper. Good, whatever feels good to you. Now, if that's still not enough for you, if your second chakra is just so open, you can bring the hands onto the outside and tuck them in, tuck the whole leg in. I'm not that open, so I'm gonna go right here. Just chill with you here. If you want a little more sensation, bring the foot straight and down. Good. Holding here. This is good too if you have plantar fasciitis like I do. This is great for that leg. You can feel it right in the bottom of my foot there. Good. All right, very slowly, we're gonna just switch sides. Right foot down, left leg bends. Stay here, or arms come through, hold on to that right leg and pull it towards you. Whatever feels good, you're doing great. You're doing so good. And then go ahead and release. Bring the leg down. Left leg come down. We're going to come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. You're just going to go ahead and extend your legs out straight. Let your arms come to your sides and your palms facing up. Let your feet come out to the sides. Good, just nice and open and just relaxing down. If it feels comfortable to you, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. If that doesn't feel comfortable to you, just choose a point up on the ceiling that's not moving and just try to zone out on that point. Now, we're not going to be able to be absent of thought. That's just not how the brain works. But yoga is about acknowledging thought, accepting that it's there, but not reacting to it. So I ask you in the next 5 minutes as we take our Shavasana to just slow the breath. And if any thoughts come into your mind, allow them to float right out, knowing that the control comes in the non-reaction to the thought. Just let yourself relax. For many of us, this will be the best yoga pose we do today. gently letting yourself and your awareness come back into the room. You can keep your eyes closed as long as you possibly can. Reach your arms over your head, stretching. And then from here, you're going to bend both knees. Roll over onto your right side into a fetal position. And maybe just sit there for a second. Use your left hand to press your way up, coming into a nice, easy, seated pose. Lengthen your spine, relax down through the shoulders. For some of you, an easy pose might be your legs straight in front. That's totally fine. Bring your hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. I want to take a moment to thank you for choosing to be here for yourself, for choosing to do something that makes your life better. Instead of choosing options that make your life more of a struggle, you have chosen to do something positive for yourself. And that is incredible, and it is rare. And I want you to be really proud of yourself. I am so glad and so grateful that you were here today. You are perfect, divine, beautiful, and amazing. I can see each of you in my mind's eye, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for a wonderful class. The light within me honors the divine and beautiful light within each and every one of you. Namaste. Yay, good job. You did so good. I'm so incredibly proud of you. Thank you so much for coming to class today. If you have any questions at all, please shoot me a DM. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you all in the next yoga class. Thank you so much for coming. Mwah. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Bye, everybody.